My name is Mary McDaniel. My husband and I have been in Northfield and associated with Norwich pretty much from the beginning in 1970, since 1970, the year of the big snows. Our first year here, we made ourselves known by our environmental concerns and gave everybody in the faculty a zero population growth Christmas card. Which, well, mixed reaction, shall we say. And we also were passing out a book called Moment in the Sun by Robert Renow and his wife, Janet, about our limited resources and our overpopulation issues to come. And got the governor, Dean Davis was the governor then, he came down to talk to us on campus. Anyway, Joe was teaching in the biology department. And I actually went to school here as a nursing student at the age of 52. I did an abbreviated nursing program. So we're grateful to Norwich for letting me do that. Poetry, I began enjoying poetry. I lived on a farm and I was very much into nature and walking along the railroad tracks and down to the brook. And I began enjoying poetry probably at age 12. My mother had a set of lovely black leather books. I think there was a Cicero, a Thackeray, and one of them was Palgrave's Golden Treasury of Poetry. So I got to know Keats and Wordsworth and Shakespeare and Marlowe and who knows. Mm. And I loved them. Mm-hmm. Got to love them. And then in the 60s I got into Walt Whitman. He was astonishing to me. I still love Walt Whitman. And of course, coming from Amherst, Mass, I love Emily. Whether or not I came from there, I would love her. But the environmental piece certainly I couldn't avoid Wendell Berry because he's a modern day Thoreau, and I don't know, his heart is breaking for the earth, basically. And he writes lots of novels, but I've never read a novel. I only have read his poetry. And so I have one here that I particularly like that is kind of a psalm, kind of a spiritual poem when I think about it, because it does resonate the 23rd Psalm. And I think that Wendell Berry is some kind of liberal Christian. He takes what he can of the gospel, so-called. So would you like me to read that?
That'd
Shall
be great.
I read that?
Yes.
This is called The Peace of Wild Things.